Hey everybody, what's going on? Your host AMF1534 here. Welcome back to Let's Play some more Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. And I just bought a new candle the other night, and I just lit it for the first time. Blueberry pancake, not blueberry muffin, even though that'd be just fine too. But oh my fucking god, it is so good! It smells so good. It's like it's almost making me hungry right now, which is a really bad thing because I just ate a lot of food not that long ago, and so I don't need any more. And if I did not know this thing wasn't edible, I would totally be scarfing it down right now, which would be a really bad idea because I would probably die from having wax build up in my innards, which is never a good thing. But dude, it's the spot. Walmart Mainstays brand candles are the ticket to heaven. Like, that's what's gonna get you into the promised land where God lives, is having Mainstay brand candles. That's just all there is to it. So there you go. And it was only $3.50. Like, that's the other part. They're cheap, but they smell good. So what we did last time is we went over to Zero's place and we did a couple missions over there, and they were super cool. Like, we got to take part in all sorts of remote-controlled chaos. And so what we're doing today is we're going to go back over there and see what he has in store for us, because Woozy's mission over here unfortunately requires us to up our lung capacity a little bit, and I'm not really feeling too much tonight like doing that, and that was all out of order, but whatever. So probably next episode is when we'll address that whole thing. So until then, we'll get down to business. So let's talk some shit here. Let me just start off this way by saying, ladies and gentlemen, my favorite time of year is here! Besides Christmas, of course, for obvious reasons, because Christmas. But March Madness has arrived! And I cannot stress enough how excited I am for that. I mean, I've been waiting for a year, and now it's here. Like, in the grand scope of all the sports that I love, and you guys know I'm a big sports fanatic, there is, in my personal opinion, there is nothing more exciting and just generally awesome than March Madness. And so I'm really excited that the time has finally come and the wait is over. And so for those of you that are not familiar with the amazingness that is March Madness, I will run you down on what it is and why the hell it is I love it so much, because I feel like people need to experience the goodness here, and I just realized we were driving the wrong way the whole time. So we need to redirect ourselves. So for those of you that aren't really familiar with March Madness and how it works is as follows. Pretty much what happens is at the end, it's the end of the college basketball season essentially, and so what they do every year to determine the national champion, who is the greatest in all the land and who is not, a committee gets together and they manually select a field of 68 teams, which is a lot of teams, by the way. Like, it's way more than any other sport in sports, really. I mean, college football technically only has 4, even though they do all the bowl games, which is like about 60 teams in its own right, which is a lot. And then, like, you know, professional sports only do like 16-team playoffs, and so it's obviously not nearly as much. But in the grand scope of Division I college basketball, there's like 374 teams, so, or something around that area. So it's actually really doesn't sound like that much anymore, but it's pretty wild. I'll talk about it here a little bit more once we go pick up our mission. So let's check it out. The new model army.
I'm off to engage with destiny, good or bad.
What the hell are you talking about now?
The hour of judgment is upon me, and I must.
I'm actually about to be judged by God in 41 minutes.
Carl, will you be my second?
If you don't word it that way. That was actually kind of creepy.
Everything to you in case I don't make it. Please.
Already own it. What's wrong with you, man?
We are crossing the Rubicon. I am to engage in battle with
I love this guy. I really do.
Honor and our very lives.
And I'm really wondering why my shoes are sinking into the carpet. What the hell did you make the foundation out of, Carl? Quicksand?
I may never again see Rome in the springtime. A butterfly.
Come on with all the talking, man. Is you gonna battle Berkley or what?
It's a fight to the death. Come hither.
Oh my god, he just phased through that desk. Or counter or whatever.
No man's land.
Man, y'all take this shit seriously.
Berkley's headquarters is across no man's land.
Oh my god, dude, this place is huge! And it's awesome!
If I get the bandit into Berkley's
oh my god, I totally... Where can I get one of these things, man? It's like the home version of Warsong Gulch, and I want it, like, right now. but updated with helicopters and, you know, little race cars. And there's a giant magnet on this thing. And I'm so down with this, dude. This is super cool. So essentially, okay, let's figure out how to control this thing. So this goes down.
Use the goblin to move that
What
barrel.
button is going to deal with the magnet? Oh, it's that one. Okay, so I guess we're just going to, toss these aside? Alright, well this is going to be fun. I can already see this is going to be really cool. So yeah, dude, so they pick the field of 68 teams, and that's one of my favorite parts of the whole thing, is that when they pick these things, like you get like all of your big schools, the schools that everybody knows, like Duke and Kentucky and North Carolina and like UCLA and Florida and, you know, Ohio State and Michigan and all the blue bloods that everybody knows. But the other part of it that makes it extra fun is like you get to see just like that random culmination of just all the small schools that nobody knows about, and they get to see, you know, if they can be the guy that gets to be the Cinderella of the tournament, and they get to knock out one of the big teams, you know, the guys that have all the 5-star players and all the kids that, you know, that are way more talented, but they just were able to beat them that one time, and they get to etch their name into the history books of the team that had the big upset. And you know, teams like Wisconsin Whitewater, or like Evansville, or teams like Florida Gulf Coast, or Colgate, or even like Harvard and Princeton, like those teams aren't generally viewed in the big scope of basketball. Or you know, teams like let's see. Oh, we get to go pick up a bomb? Awesome! I'm down. Let's go get the bomb. And like, you know, teams like that, teams that are way smaller, like Belmont and like Drake and Davidson, that they don't have those same types of resources to get all these, you know, top-notch kids, and yet they still find a way to deliver really awesome games where you get to have, you know, the classic, you know, the classic 12-5 upset matchups and the 13-4 upsets, and we're gonna drop a big old missile right on this tank. Hey-ya! I have a really good idea, actually. Holy crap. If there's going to be more than one tank, why don't we just go blow up all of those first? That way that'll make it so that Bandit can't get blown up by anything. That's a way better... I am so damn smart, you know what? I mean, I may or may not know at least like 91% of everything, but hey, what do you do? But yeah, man, like, like, on top of just having really good quality basketball games, because, I mean, you're definitely bound to get a pretty solid number of those, you just, I don't know, I love the fact that just, like, the entire, everything that goes along with it, like, you get that general college atmosphere where it's just high energy everything, and, like, everybody's super excited about it, and there's just, there's so much going on, and you get to have, like, all the parties where you have people over, and everybody fills out their bracket, and, you know, you think, you test your knowledge against somebody else's, and you write in all your selections with, you know, with pen, because you're that bold, even though you end up scribbling it out a number of times, because, because, you know, you just, you can't live with your selection. Did I need one of these? I don't...
Curse you, Berkley! Carl, move that barrel!
Oh, I will, but I think there was one more... Yeah, there's another spot here to put a plank on, so we'll totally do that. But yeah, dude, I love being the whole filling out the bracket thing, and CBS doing the selection show special, where they actually, like, show where every team is going to be placed and where their seed is going to be in the tournament. Which, another reason why I'm super excited about it is because my favorite team, Oregon, is totally in the tournament this year, and so I'm really pumped about that. And I love the whole, I just love all of it, but I think my favorite thing among the entire, you know, the entire collection of stuff that goes on in the tournament is I get to hear my favorite announcer. He usually only comes by for the tournament. Gus Johnson gets to grace our lives with his wonderful announcing presence of being the highest energy man in the history of modern sports for announcing. He is very much unlike the guys that you like, the old guys that you find like Vern Lundquist or like Kevin Harlan. Which, don't get me wrong, I love Kevin Harlan and I love like Mike Breen and just those classic guys that have that you know, just that real, you know, traditional announcer's voice. But then you get a guy like Gus Johnson. He's younger. and he's just got all the energy in the damn world. And he makes me so much more intrigued to watch. He just makes me more excited to pay attention to what's going on, because I mean the guy pretty much yells half the time, but that's what's fun about it. Like he's like the embodiment of all the energy of March Madness. Like that's just what he's all about. Did we blow that thing up or what?
Oh my god. Berkley shot this bandit up pretty good.
He did, but you're there, so it doesn't even matter. You totally did it, man! You totally redeemed yourself!
Ha! Berkley, you, sir, are a loser. Leave the field of battle in shame. Pack up your
I mean, his first mistake was that he had just a bunch of, like, stationary tanks. He didn't have, like, other mobile things like this. And, like, where was his helicopter dropping bombs? Like, he didn't do any of that. Oh, sick! We got an asset! Damn, I'm in! Right next to the Brazilian waxing shop. I'm ready. Let's get the bikini wax, just rip it all off. And not of me, because I don't want that. That sounds awful. That does not sound like anything that I'm interested in at all. And we got 7,000 bucks, dude. We are moving up in the world right now. But yeah, dude, it's great. Dude, Gus Johnson, he's a guy that, like, he is the embodiment of energy. Like, he's a guy that he'll just be like a guy, like a team will be winning, and all of a sudden the other team will start making a run, and it'll just be one of those moments where he's like, he dribbles it up the floor, he rises and fires a three, and he nails it! Holy smokes, what a play! And another big time J from Carl Johnson! That's what it's like, man. He will yell that thing just to the bitter end, and I love it. It is great. Like, you can look up a collection of Gus Johnson, like, memorable quotes. Like, if you're really wanting to inquire about it, the one that you need to look up is, what was the name of it? We're actually almost out of time here. The name of it is, let's see, it was Xavier versus Kansas State. Just search that game, because just search Gus Johnson, Xavier, Kansas State, and he has his quotes aplenty in there. Holiday, running out of time, Holiday, hoists up a three, ow! Another big time J, and we're going to overtime! Oh, it's great, I love it. I really do. He is everything, he is. And so I'm pumped, man. I got to fill out my bracket tomorrow when I go to work, and that's what's going to be happening. I think I'm actually going to do a series on my channel for it. I'm gonna play some college basketball because I've got it on PS3, and we're gonna make a whole thing out of that. So it's gonna be awesome, my friends. But we have run out of time for this episode, so if you guys weren't down with the whole sports thing, I apologize. But I love it. It's something that I'm really passionate about, and I love sports. And the other really cool thing, before I forget, before we call it off, the other really cool thing about it, they did it last year, and I don't know if they're still doing it this year, but Warren Buffett, the billionaire Warren Buffett, issued a challenge to the entire world that for anybody that actually fills out their bracket and they get every single thing correct, they don't make any mistakes, and they correctly pick, the winner of the tournament, and they get the outcome of every game correct, he will give that person or persons $1 billion, or he'll split it up between whoever, however many people do it. And nobody did it last year. It was the first year he decided to do it, but that makes it way tighter. Like, if you end up having just this perfect storm of a scenario where you pick everything, you win $1 billion. Like, how awesome is that? Like, you're not going to get $1 billion for doing anything else like that. And that, my friends, is exactly what I'm talking about why it's so awesome. Like, it catches on. Like, the popularity for it is insanity. So that's what I'm talking about, guys. That's what I'm talking about. So we have run out of time for this episode. When we come back on the next installment of Let's Play Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, it looks like, because now that we have that asset completed, we got to go back over to Woozy's joint. So it is now pushing the envelope that we need to go up our lung capacity a little bit. So we're going to go for a swim. So that is what we're doing next time, my friends. Until then, this is AMF 1534 saying, fill out your brackets, ladies and gentlemen, and I will see you next time. Take care. Bye.